Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's B. Avery here for another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this episode, baby, we are back. Yes, we are back. Power Season 6, the final season, the final episodes. We're going to see who shot Ghost, but we actually don't know who shot Ghost. So if this is your first time finding me, just know that I do talk power and I am going to be talking spoilers. And so it's January 5th. The episode just came out. It just dropped on Starz. Go ahead and get your subscriptions renewed if you haven't already, because we're going to be getting into the nitty gritty. So again, I'm going to be spoiling the episode. So if you haven't seen it, I strongly suggest you turn it off now. Or if you don't care, you can go ahead and stay tuned in. Go ahead and click on that subscribe button and also the bell so you can be notified. And let's go ahead and get into it. So we know at the season or the mid-season finale of season 6 that came out back in November, Ghost got shot in the club and we don't know who it was. We don't know if it was Dre. We don't know if it was Tommy. We don't know if it was his son Tariq, or I forgot the young lady, Angela, her sister. I forgot her name that quick. That everybody's like walking up and then the gun went off and then we see Ghost going back, in slow motion. And we didn't know if he was dead or not either, or at least I didn't know. And he had the blood splatter on in his chest and his sternum and his stomach. And so that was like a hell of a cliffhanger, right there. So I'm thinking that, as soon as this episode pops off, we're going to know in this episode, but we still don't know who shot Ghost. They did say towards the end of the episode that he was slain in his club, that he was murdered. So I guess we're gonna have to go ahead and assume that Ghost is dead, but at the same time I don't know, because Ghost always has some type of tricks up his sleeve, and so he may be trying to pull a con game, do a little body switch, and you may be saying to yourself, okay, you're reaching right there. This is not some comic book movie adaptation, whatever. I don't think they're gonna go that far, but hey, we don't know. But this episode right here focuses on Dre, and it's called Still Dre. And nobody likes Dre. The dude is a textbook definition of a bitch. I do not like him. He is a snake in the grass. I mean, like Ghost is always able to weasel himself out of situations, so is Dre. And I'm just like, oh God, somebody please just lock him away or kill this man. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of this episode, we find out that he is burned alive. He got what he deserved. And, I'm quite happy. But at the same time, I was conflicted, because while I was saying to myself, like, I want Dre to die. I want him eliminated. You got all these other people, killing each other. Tasha killing her friend, Lala, and all that good stuff. It's really, really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. All these people are dying that you don't want to die, but Dre is not dead yet, and it was just like really bugging me. And they really tried to make you sympathize with his character at the very beginning of the episode, because as soon as it starts off, he's sitting on the couch in the living room in the den with his woman, and he has this baby Heaven in his lap, and he's singing to her. They're trying to make you empathize with him, like, oh, we can't have him die because he has a daughter, and we don't want the daughter to grow up without a father, and all that good stuff. So I mean, that was just kind of like a little annoying there, but it is what it is. But Dre, girl, once she's from London, he doesn't want to move back to London, but she's like, no baby, let's move to Las Vegas. And it's like, let's just get away from all this. You just got your daughter back, you just escaped. Why do you want to go jump right back into the game? Why are you so obsessed with drugs? And he's like, no, I don't want to go. You're going to be selling poker chips to blue headed women in Idaho or Iowa or whatever he said. And he's just like, I can own New York. I'm like, dude, you can't own anything, dude. You suck. Just like in the last episode where Ghost said you are a wannabe gangster. I mean, you are a wannabe gangster. That is, like, I'm not no gangster at all, but I don't want to be either. This is just not the lifestyle for you. You have a hole in your heart that you are trying to fill, man, and you are just really messing up, and you just need to chill out, with all that. But he's obsessed. He's obsessed, with drugs, and the next scene we see him over at the warehouse, and he's trying to boast and brag, and they got his homeboy just talking about, I got out out for good behavior. Ha 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 ha. It's just really stupid. And then the Serbians come over there, Jason's crew, and they have a shootout or whatever. We see that, everybody ends up dying except for Dre. And I'm like, man, somebody put a bullet in his head. But he is just such such a hoe ass. Like, seriously, I want to finish the quote or the saying, you know what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to keep it clean, even in the rated R NC-17 Power Show. Isn't that something right there? It's like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, you use old dude as a human shield. And what's up with this dude? Like, he's like, oh, I just missed this shit right here. Just, living on the edge, killing people, living on the street. I just don't understand it, man. I mean, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. But I don't know. Some of these people, they just could not wait to get back on the street. And it just really doesn't make sense to me. And I was forgetting Lala's name earlier. It's Lakeisha or whatever. And so, they end up dead. They all end up dead except for Dre. He escapes. He goes back to his girl's house, and she's trying to heal his wounds and talking about he has a big hole in his shoulder. And I'm just like, bro, you just got out of there by accident again, and you still want to charge her up talking about no one's taking heaven away from me. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess I applied. I can't even say that I applied as woman for one to stick by him. I mean, my goodness gracious. I mean, he's living this lifestyle. It's just like, I like that she gave him an ultimatum. Like, look, we're leaving. We're packing our bags. You can come with us. Time's up. And, he wants to cop an attitude. And she was just like, hey, it is what it is. Okay, I'll do it. And she tells him that, you have to, who you have to go to. And that's his mother. And I believe this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time that we are getting to see Dre's mother. And I don't know why he would approach her like that, outside, just run up to her and grab her and be like, hey, Mom, why don't you say, hey, Mom, from a distance or something like that, so you don't startle her. It's just kind of just so sad that, she thought that she was, finna get her purse snatched or, hit in the back of the head or something like that. So, I don't know. That's just kind of like frustrating there, but, they have an exchange relationship. They don't communicate. And she said that very lightly, no calls, no texts, no emails, anything like that. She didn't even know that he had a daughter, and I'm just like, man, things are really bad in between them. And, that's just unfortunate, but, she just didn't believe him. And, he's desperate for money. So he's going to everybody. He's going to his mom. Then he's going over to Tasha at the daycare. And, this episode really focused on him because they just gave you sprinkles of everybody else. Like Tasha, Tommy, Tariq, his mom played a more prominent role later on in the episode, which I'll get to. But yeah, now he goes over to Tasha the daycare and be like, look, I know what your son is doing. I need $50,000, and Tasha, she was standing her ground at first, but she caved. And that's when Tariq came through and, and she's still smart. I don't like her for killing Lakeisha or whatever. That's just still messed up from a few episodes ago. But Tariq comes through and he's like, look, man, me and Ghost are not getting along. I need a piece. I need a gun, untraceable, yada, yada, yada. And now we get over to the next scene to where Tariq takes Dre over to Ghost. And then this episode overlaps with the last episode. And I was like, oh, okay, I see how they're doing things now. This episode kind of started back in time a little bit. And, I kind of like how they do that or whatever. And then it just kind of skips forward. And then we kind of see the scene play out again where he thinks he's going to get 250 grand, 250 bands, 250 stack, from Ghost, but he gets locked up for the murder of Jason, which he perfectly executed, Ghost, because, we all know that, Ghost is pretty smart when all that's concerned. But then we move over to, this is funny right here. What is this? Spank and 2-Bit, aka Spotswood and Francis. And I think it's just silly the way they're making fun of each other and their real names. Some people just have that mindset. No one names themselves. I don't know. In my opinion, it's nothing to be embarrassed about unless your real name is like Captain Buttface or something. That would be, pretty embarrassing. But these are two grown men right here, and they're just kind of, like seriously, Spanks or Spotswood, he can't take the pressure, man. He's only been in jail, locked up for a few days, and he's about to crack. Like, I knew it was Tommy, and he ratted us, and they're just trying to deliberate with each other and like kind of just figure out what's going on, and see how they can get out of this quagmire, and I was just kind of just saying to myself, okay, I don't think that, they're going to snitch, but, we'll get to that. But then, Ghost, he has that juice, like he said, like Spank said, like Spotswood said, and, he gets the burner phone in there. I kind of like all the inner workings, and they're like, hey, Dre's about to be in there. I need you to kill him. Could they have made it more obvious? I mean, they're coming to just staring down at a mean mug and just, yeah, we finna kill you, mother, blah, blah. I'm just like, dude, why couldn't y'all just like play it cool? It just, I mean, I don't know. It was just, I was just like, that is just so obvious. And it wasn't going to work in there anyway. It was just too many people. I mean, you had guards all around. I don't see how they was just going to try to, get that to play out right there. But again, Dre is able to sneak out of there and, go and, be able to talk to, what is her name? The police officer. Is it Rodriguez? Sometimes I forget the names of is it Hernandez? Yeah, Rodriguez, Detective Blanca Rodriguez. He's talking to her, and it's clear. I mean, why is she giving him information talking about, hey, or do you know about if Ghost killed Terry Silver? And he's like, yeah, I saw him do it. And, was it at the garage? He's like, yeah, I saw him doing it at the house. Was it in the garage, in the parking garage? I'm like, shut up. Let him. I mean, she's really just trying to get this to stick, and Dre gets out of there. Unfortunately, Dre gets out of there, and then he escapes police custody. I mean, I don't know. I would have made him pee on himself. Screw this dude. I'm not going to lose my job over you. I mean, you're a piece of crap, but he escapes. And then he goes to his mom's house, man, and he tries to steal from her. And he points a gun at his mom's head. Like, I don't think there can, I don't want to say, I love you, Mom. I know you're not watching this episode because you don't watch Power, but I could never point a gun to my mom's face. I mean, only if she was just like a spawn of Satan, literally, and was trying to sacrifice my child or my woman or something like that, or trying to kill me. But even then, I probably just would knock her out if that's the case. But these are extreme examples. But I'm like, bruh, verbal abuse is crazy. Okay. And I'm sorry that your mom called you a demon and wicked, when you was a child. But that's still, to me, that's just really no reason to point a gun at your mom's head like that. You just kind of crossed the line. Now, I can't empathize with him. I was never called a demon child or wicked since I was 6 years old every day. And I can possibly understand that can, have a toll on someone, but at the same time, man, I was just like, dude, if he killed his mom, I would have just canceled the whole Starz subscription. I would just like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I just can't do it. And then Dre, he just started weeping and crying. Oh, you call me wicked every day. And it just like, I just can't do it. I would have quit. I would have stopped watching the show, and that would have been the last time you heard me talking about Power. But then Dre goes over to Tate, and he's like, look, man, I need a new ID. I need some help. And, Tate is like, look, I know, you need this, and I know you need that. Where, how can we help each other out or whatever? Then, Tate kind of, comes through or whatever. And, he gets some of the money, and he's just like, hey, it is what it is. I need you to kill Dre. Here's here's what you need: the new ID, the new passport, the new identification. But here's 100 large right here. I need you to kill Ghost or whatever. And he was about to do it, and I don't know. I guess he should have just left because Dre ended up, not Dre, but Ghost ended up being shot anyway. But when he was there, we still don't know who shot Ghost. But he ends up punching Rodriguez in the face. And then that's what he gets arrested for at the gas station. I don't know why he was taking his time. That would have been the fastest pumping gas stop I would have ever had in my life. And he wanted to buy bunny wrappers and stuff like that. But he should have left. And he got arrested. He gets locked back up. Spotswork and Francis light his ass up. But I do like the fact that I was like, at least his daughter Heaven now will have some type of shelter, will have some type of upbringing that I would have been a little more disappointed. Well, I would have been disappointed, not more disappointed. I just would have been disappointed, if Dre would have died and then, there was no one to take care of him. Yes, her mom was still there, but she was struggling for money too. And so at least that the mother is in the picture now and the grandmother, the biological grandmother. So that's pretty cool. And she just kind of had to rub it in his face. Like, yeah, I'm going to make sure he's raised better than you. I mean, I don't know. She didn't necessarily just have to do that. But, at the same time, I'm not in their situation. But, he gets his ass, lit up. I would have tried to, run to the back of the cell, but they could have squirted the stuff even further in. I don't know, but that is a horrible way to die. That's just a horrible way to die. And the way it ends is not too big, but Spanx ends up snitching or whatever and gets free or whatever. So I wonder what's going to happen to him. I mean, what's his name? Too Bit Francis ended up calling Tommy and was talking about, hey, I know who put that body on you with Poncho. And then, I just wonder what's going to happen with Rodriguez, Angela's sister, and, Spotswood or whatever, aka Spank, because they showed that shot at the very end for a reason. We're just going to have to see how that plays out. But guys, we still don't know who shot Ghost, and they are really leaving us on a cliffhanger, guys, and we're just gonna have to find out. But it was a great episode. It was a really entertaining episode. Have you seen it yet? I'm assuming you have if you're watching this episode, right? I mean, watching this recap. But what did you think, guys? So that please let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. I'm all over the place. But guys, that is just my opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Help me reach 20,000 subscribers in the year 2020. I would really appreciate that. Also, guys, you can look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All that good stuff is right there at the bottom of your screen. And I made it very easy by providing links to all that down in the description box below. There's links in the description box, like I said, in the pinned comments. All you got to do is just click on the link, click the follow button, and bam, you're helping your boy out. At least help me reach 1,000 followers on Instagram. But guys, I just want to thank you again so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget to always chase your dreams, because I'm chasing mine. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.